Want to know the 3 superpowers your seller's agent would need to have in this market? You want to stay on and watch. If you find this content valuable, you want to hit subscribe and the bell notification so you don't miss future videos. In case you didn't know, the market is picking up again. We're talking multiple offers, we're talking not enough inventory, we're talking the multiple offers are driving the prices back up. It feels really healthy again, and rates are more under control. So all of these things are happening, right? Well, this is where it's important. If you're looking to sell your home, I call them superpowers because these are the important elements you would need your agent to have to represent you as the seller. Ready? Superpower number 1, marketing. Yes, you hear about marketing. Of course, you have to market and all of that stuff, but there are more advanced, I want to call it like Swiss Army knives, strategy that you need to have in marketing in today's market. A lot of it is social media, and we're talking TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Google business page, and I'm sure I'm missing something, but we're talking, you gotta be all cylinders, like bam, 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 right, in marketing. And also, some agents will do the traditional postcards. There are a lot of things that have been done in the past, in like past decades in real estate, that is still working. So there are all of those things that need to be happening. I think marketing is really, when I speak to my client, my job is to really package the house so that it's so appealing online, like first time, like the first impression online that they see makes them want to come see it, and it generates phone calls, it generates eventually the traffic for people to come through. Okay, so that's really the job of your real estate agent who represents you when you're selling. Second superpower is the ability to negotiate. So once your property there's an offer on it, and there's a healthy offer that's on it, and you have accepted the offer, that's when the property goes into escrow, right? Well, this is where a lot of negotiation happens, and it may be happening leading up to the property going into escrow, right? So if there are multiple offers, like I mentioned earlier, we're starting to see multiple offers again. Well, your agent who represents the seller, we call it the listing agent, okay? The listing agent now needs to negotiate and really tighten up the offer terms so that this is the offer that is, going to be the best one to be presented to the seller. So it's nice when you have a choice on the seller side, when you have multiple offers, because then you can look at the pros and cons of each offer. Like I have a whole thing that I do when I present multiple offers to the seller, and I had adapted it. I had adopted this way of presenting offers when we were in the pandemic, because we just couldn't be in each other's home, so I had to do a lot of things online, and it had been really effective. So that is something that I can have continue to do when I present offers, especially multiple offers, to the seller. The third superpower is, once you're in escrow, it ain't over yet, okay? We are seeing in various markets that the property goes into escrow, it comes off the market. It's now in escrow with an accepted offer with the buyer on the other side. What we're seeing is some of these escrows or some of these transactions don't go all the way through. They fail for whatever different reasons. It could be that the buyer, for some reason, is no longer eligible for the loan. It could be that the buyer changes their mind during their contingency period. It could be that something happens in the buyer's life situation that they can no longer continue with the purchase of the home. So it could be a lot of multiple different reasons. And I truly feel that our job as the listing agent, an agent representing the seller, is to really provide life support That sounds really bad, but what I'm saying is you need to carry it all the way through to the end, whatever the issue may be, so that we don't end up having to put the property back on the market, which is, is the last thing anyone would want to have happen. So there's a whole lot of, and some transactions, I think if I can be real with you, we really don't have control of what happens to the transaction. We don't know who's on the other side. We don't know who the buyer is. We don't know who the agent is. And it's a real dance to make sure that everything goes smoothly. Some transactions, very few of them actually, proceed very smoothly. It's such a blessing when you have a true professional agent on the other side of it who's experienced and can manage the process working with their buyer. We don't always have that, and that's when the dance begins. And some dances are, you sweat more than others, right? So that's a true superpower, to be able to carry the transaction all the way through to the end, to the close of escrow. In summary, it's really important when you select an agent to represent you that they're able to walk you through these 3 areas as much as possible, because it's got to be in your best interest. All of these things, when challenges happen, that your agent is going to have your back and have the experience and have the ability to navigate and communicate and negotiate the process all the way through to the happy ending when the buyer gets the key and you get your sales proceeds so that you can move on as well. Thanks for watching.